Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the USA. My name is Officer Storm, and I'd like to welcome you to the 26th episode of StormWatch. On this episode, we're going to be discussing things like the harmful stereotypes they make about cops and officers like myself. Stuff that, like, we just go to Krispy Kreme and get donuts and sip coffee and drink beer and beat our wives and, like, wrongfully arrest black people and plant drugs on Spanish people and say they're trafficking and shoot lesbians in Minnesota in the face. These are harmful stereotypes. And we're here to challenge those perceptions today. We will be discussing everything from these harmful stereotypes to dog beaters and dog beater offers, to officers who are being wrongfully charged and, dare I say, prejudiced against by the good, by what was the good citizens of the USA. They're turning on us. There's a thin blue line that stands between us and those monkeys taking over the goddamn society. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it, but you know who I'm talking about. We just can't keep allowing for these stereotypes to come about and stay in society. Oh, sorry. I didn't have any breakfast today. I woke up early this morning and I plowed my wife, even though she said no 3 different times, but she said yes on the 4th time, which is like cop for yes on the 1st. You know what I mean? I wasn't able to really get anything on the way to work because all I could think about was the fact that I have to drive my stupid fucking son to his goddamn baseball practice later. Because his goddamn bitch mother isn't good for anything. She barely even puts out. All she does is go to work. And I'm pretty sure she's fucking sleeping with that stupid fucking Dr. Schwartzman or whatever the fuck his name is at the hospital that she's working for in the goddamn ICU. I know what they do on those gurneys. I know what they do on that shit. You know what? I've seen her come back 1 or 2 times with some bruises on her, and I let it slide. I only smack her a few times. I don't really go into like whooping her or nothing, but god damn, I can't stand to see this goddamn good for nothing whore. She barely respects my authority. Fucking goddamn whore. So either way, this is my son. What did I said his name was Jason, but that's wrong. I'm sorry. I had a few beers earlier and well, I'm about to have another 1 or 2 or maybe a few because, well, I gotta go driving my son to baseball practice. His name is James, by the way. I completely sidestepped that. His name is James Storm. We went with a good, strong American name, something that we knew people would be able to distinguish him from other people. That's why we call him Little Jamie, little JT. Jamie Storm. Oh wait, no, it's JS. Almost Jesus Christ, but his mother was no virgin when we met, you know what I'm saying? So how could he be the new Jesus? His mother was a whore. But enough about his whore mother and him having to get to baseball practice. We're gonna crack one open because you can't go driving your son to baseball practice without a few beers in your system. And on top of that, I gotta go looking for speeders. And you can't really hunt for speeders in Brevard. Here, let me... You can't really hunt for speeders in Brevard County without cracking open a few cold ones and going for a good drift. Isn't that right, Chief? What is his name? Chief John Lau. Ho, ho, ho. Chief John Lau, another man that they're pinning something on that he deserves. He does not deserve this. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I got to take off my pig snout. It is getting in the way of these delicacies like beer and coffee. How am I supposed to manja if I can't even put it in my face?
That's what she said.
Goddamn right it is. But the problem is, I will put it in a face anyways. Ugh. Well, here we go. Hold up. I got it. Fuck the walkie-talkie. I don't even need to be communicating with anybody today. What are they gonna do? Come and get me for some drug bust? Tell me that there's a drug bust, a domestic violence situation, somebody ODing in the back of Walmart? I don't care about none of that. I care about the speeders. If it's not about the speeders, I don't want none of those I don't want to be charging nobody. I will leave that up to all these other crooked cops who are charging this poor officer with things that he did not do. Titusville fired police chief cited for careless driving after rollover crash. And you know what? All he had was a quarter bottle of vodka in there. Left. Not a quarter bottle finished, a quarter bottle left. It's not like he finished the entire bottle or nothing. And he drifted, he rolled. I mean, I know at least 5 people who've done that in the last week, and none of them were bad people per se. Ugh. It tastes like blue blood. It's a thin blue line between my blood and normal human blood. I bleed blue because I am an officer who stands for everything that is just and good in this world. And I don't think that there is any... I don't think there's any difference between me and Serpico. I am Serpico. I am RoboCop. This is the peak male physique. This is what Al Pacino Serpico wishes he was. He just dressed like a homeless guy. I am out here representing what true American peak coppiness is like. Like that officer in Wonka when he was like 300 pounds. That's peak American male physique. You see how much he was able to get done even at that weight? Gained 150 pounds in 2 weeks and was still able to catch Wonka. What can I say? A criminal needs to be caught. And Wonka was nothing more than a good criminal. A good criminal. He was a bad criminal. Ugh. John Loudfire. Where was I at? Oh, excuse me. John Lau fired after refusing post-crash drug test, City Records show. Well, yeah, of course. Why should he have to submit to any breathalyzers or field tests? That is a good man right there. Just because there is an open container of alcohol in the vehicle with a cup next to him does not mean that was his bottle of vodka or his cup. Allegedly, these are his things. I just would like to say that you are trying to pin a lot of disservice to this man who has done nothing but service the community. You are awful people. Awful. The Florida Highway Patrol has issued a careless driving citation to the former Titusville police chief stemming from the crash last month. You're telling me this man should get a DUI? Next thing you know, you're going to be telling me I should get a DUI after I get done with this and go look for speeders. What? How can you stop speeders and drug addicts in this community unless you've had a few? Unless you've had a couple brews, how are you supposed to stop anything? Come on. And we don't even know if he did anything. This is all allegedly. Let's say this officer had been drinking. Let's say he was. Can you prove it? No. All you have is a bottle of mostly finished vodka in the car, a cup, and the smell of alcohol on his breath in a rolled over vehicle. You have zero proof that he did any of this stuff or that he was under the influence while he did it. You're bad-mouthing this officer. I think he should sue you for libel. The crash happened around 11:30 p.m. on June 23rd alongside Bonner and River Oaks Drive. Ugh. Excuse me. That's just a hop, skip, and a black person arrest away from here. According to FHP, Florida Highway Patrol, John Lau, who was driving a police vehicle, ran off the roadway and overturned several times. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries instead of being arrested, as he should have not been. Why would you arrest a good officer because he flipped a company vehicle while under the influence of alcohol? Allegedly. The crash triggered an administrative review that led to Lau's firing. City manager Tom Abate said Lau was terminated following a preliminary administrative review of violations of city personnel policy. Yeah, because guess what? If they pull an officer over and they suspect you of being under the influence, you have to submit to a field test immediately. And you know what? I think that's absolutely disgusting. It seems like they're cracking the whip on us. We're good officers. What did he do wrong? I mean, we all go for a little drift ski. We all have a little brewski in us, and we need to go for a little drift ski. You know what I mean, Z's? We gotta after hitting a few of the old brewskis, as those Southerners say. But it's so sad that they fired a good officer for nothing. Good officers being let go for what? A drink? You're punishing this man for enjoying a succulent Chinese meal? You will punish this man. You will punish this man for enjoying a succulent Chinese meal. That is wrong. That is wrong. Punish a man. Punish a man for enjoying an egg roll. Punish a man for enjoying a crab rangoon. I love the way those Orientals cook their food. They make some good stuff. I placed one under arrest last week, and these are the cuffs I used on her, and she flipped them around and used them on me, you know what I'm saying? It was this little Oriental broad. Excuse me, she was like 5'2", and God, did she know her way around the massage table? She knew her way around the massage table. I'm trying to slap this beer onto my wrist, so that way it doesn't leave me like my wife is about to, because she's a bitch and a whore. And I know it. I know she's going to leave me for that stupid fucking Dr. Schwartzman. Why would she not? He's rich. He's fucking Jewish. She always liked those kike bastards. She never liked a wop like myself. She never liked a fucking guinea. She just got stuck with me. And now I have to bang Oriental broads at fucking massage parlors. You know how that makes me feel? The fuck. Sweet woman of my life, beautiful broad that I call my babe, loving woman that I adore, will you please give me a beer? Give me the Pabst Blue Ribbon, because I cannot stand this natural... Y'all will not get that view, but she just flashed me a bit of the old nipply. Nipplies, believe it or not. Oh my God, man. You know, I just don't think it's right. And then they put in a new guy. They gave his job away. They didn't even wait a week before they moved on and found a new guy for him. No, not those. Just this. Thank you, love. Thank you. You see how nice I treat my woman? And they say cops are abusive. They say cops are abusive to their women. The fuck do you get these stereotypes from? Thank you. Beautiful love of my life. Light and joy of my world. Wonderful, wonderful effervescing fountain of youth that I will never cease to admire. You goddamn bitch. I can't stand you. Can't stand your mother either and her 300-pound mess of a life. The last thing I need is to watch you grow up and turn into her. Sorry, babe. I don't know where that came from. It's like a demon possessed me. It's like the spirits, they got to me in that moment. Jesus, protect me. Put me on the right path. Do not let any demons possess me. Allow me to place the coke in the right Spanish person's pocket to arrest them. Please, good Lord, allow me to arrest the right black people so that way I don't get written up myself. Please, good Lord. Allow me to knock in the head of an Irish fucking Mick bastard. Please, good Lord, forgive your Italian son. James, pray. Pray, James. Bad James. We don't beat our kids. This is love taps. I said pray. Pray. Thank you. He's praying now. He had to be corrected. We are a good Catholic family. We try to go to mass and we do the other thing. And I know his wife is a whore. That's why we're never going to get a divorce. I know I say I'm worried about a divorce, but that's more like these American cliches. Catholics don't do divorce. We will be in it till she dies. I would say till one of us dies, but it's till she dies. I can't stand Janine. It's just her name alone, Janine, is enough to drive a man insane. Do you understand what I mean?
11:11.
Right at 11:11, would you look at that? Fuck you, Janine. You know what? Drake says fuck Janice. I say fuck you, Janine. I have to take our son to... He's still alive. I have to take our son to the fucking baseball practice every week. Ugh. And you know goddamn well I should be getting my massages at the Oriental Parlors. But no. According to the termination letter obtained by News 6, the city listed the reason for termination as a violation of city policy on drugs and alcohol and refusal to submit a drug test. Deputy Chief Tyler Wright was named interim chief police. Abate added. He's only the interim chief of police. They couldn't even fill his slot. That slot was too big for other people to fill. You see them shoes? That man could not fill that man's shoes. You know what they say about big shoes? They're good at flipping cars. Lau began his career with the Titusville Police in 1992 and was appointed chief police in 2012. God damn, son, it took you 20 years to become Titusville chief of police? 20 years in Titusville? 20 years in Titusville. You started in 92. You started 6 years before I was even born. You fucking loser. You goddamn loser. Yeah, you know what? I was trying to be on your side and protect you from these goddamn backstabbing citizens who just want to see a good man bleed blue. But I can't even help you. Your career trajectory is not with it. God damn it, son. You know what? On to some officers who are doing something right. Brevard County Sheriff's Office arrests a man on aggravated animal cruelty charge held without bond. A Brevard man is held behind bars without bond after being arrested on a charge of aggravated animal cruelty following an investigation of Brevard County Sheriff's Office. Brevard County... Yo, fuck that. I'm not reading that again. According to Sheriff's Office, Billy Langley... It's so hard not to switch to the southern accent. It's my go-to. Kind of fucking southern hick names is Billy Langley. Oh, good God. I almost threw on my back on that one. Ugh. According to the sheriff's office, Billy Langley was taken into custody and booked in the Brevard County Jail on charge of aggravated animal cruelty. The jail records show Langley is being held without bond. Sheriff Wayne Ivey personally assisted deputies in taking Langley into custody. Here, let's see what this is like. We won't be giving you any volume or nothing because, well, YouTube is gonna fucking copyright me and other bullshit. Play! He's in a crack house. It looks like a crack house. It looks like a... We got a wheelchair out front. We got a tricycle out front. We have a hole in the wall. We have... The walls repaired with pieces of plywood. 3 trash cans. All filled. Busted in window. He's shirtless. That's the usual Brevard man. It's not playing the video, so y'all are so out of luck. You don't get to see this sorry bastard get taken in. You don't get to hear all the gory details about how he whooped his dog and was trying to eat him like some Haitian fucker. You see, this is one of those moments where an officer breaks the mold and really shows what quality they are. Oh my God. I get a little bit of the angina. You know, speaking of officers who are doing good in this world, Brevard County deputy fired after allegedly assaulting child and causing concussion. Fuck them kids. I've said it a dozen times on this pod. These kids, they ain't good for nothing. They're ungrateful fucks who ask you stupid shit like, when am I gonna eat? We haven't eaten in 3 days. What are you gonna feed us? I haven't seen sunlight in a week. Why am I not allowed out of the closet, Dad? When are we going to baseball practice? Please don't hit me with my baseball bat. Please. Ow. Stop hitting me with your baseball bat. Fuck them kids. That's all I gotta say. Cause a concussion. You know what? Last week we heard about a guy who starved his child and just let him in the dryer or like left him in the laundry room to die. You know what? I think this cop took that a step better and shows the quality and integrity of what being a man and an officer in Brevard County really is. A Brevard County deputy has been charged after allegedly abusing a child while off duty, resulting in a concussion, according to the affidavit. Beat that kid harder. Here, take my club. Take my fucking club right here and just fucking bonk, right on the head. Like, treat it like a fucking old Bert and Ernie skit where it's just like this. Look at what I do to my son. Just right into his fucking head. This is how you do it to your kids. This is how you whoop them. This is how you make pork rinds. See? Pork senior, pork junior, and then when I beat him, he's pork rinds. Where was I at? The South Daytona Police Department identified the suspect as Richard Thompson, who was employed with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. He whooped a child in another fucking county? That's a good officer. You know what? He's doing so good in his own county. He's taking matters into his hand. He's taking other people's matters into his own hands in another county. That is quality officermanship and shipping. The affidavit explains the child and the sibling were staying with Thompson over the weekend. Excuse the fuck out of me. The incident started with the child entered Thompson's bedroom to ask for some food. What did I fucking say? Kids ask some dumb fucking questions like, when are we gonna eat? What is for food? All of this other fucking stuff. All of these other things. And you did... No, fuck them kids. Beat them with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Thompson told the victim not to enter the bedroom because he was wrestling with his girlfriend. However, things escalated when the child returned to the bedroom, according to the affidavit. Well, he shouldn't be trying to enter the wrestling match. Has he never seen adults wrestle? Clearly not. This is entirely the kid's fault. Even I knew better when I was a kid. When I saw my pops giving my mother the old Porco Rosso, I knew what was happening. He was giving her the old gabagoo. Until he mozzarella milked all over. That's what he made me. And then my siblings. I knew better. That's why I didn't get a concussion. This kid's retarded. This kid's retarded. He should not be forgiven. This kid is taking down a good officer. Who has done nothing wrong but wrestle with a good woman. Sometimes all you need to do is wrestle with your woman in order to relieve some of your stress. You know what I mean? The victim told officials that Thompson began yelling at him and the situation escalated into a physical altercation. What, was the boy trying to join in on the match? Fucking, he assumed the position. He's like, all right, let's go. Do I gotta be naked too? This is kind of weird. Why are you guys naked? What part of wrestling involved nudity? Well, you know the Greeks used to wrestle naked. What are the Greeks? I'm 10. What is a Greek? And he's sitting there naked, 10 years old, and his dad's just staring at him. He's like, what do you do? 10-year-old dick swinging back and forth. All right, let's fucking go. I'll beat you fucking both off right now. The affidavit explains that Thompson grabbed the child by the shirt and had him up against the wall where he struck his face with an open fist. Yuck! Yuck! You know what? Do it. Just take your child. Grab him right here, like this. Grab him by the throat. Grab him by the throat. Hold him in the air. Oh, excuse me to the fucking Lord. Excuse me again. Grab him and hold him in the fucking air. Raise your hand up so that way your pinky ring glistens in the fucking light. By the way, watch of the week is the Casio pinky ring again. You know, maybe that stupid spick bastard may not do good music, but he's able to at least make good watch rings with Casio. Shout out to J Balvin, the fucking spick bastard. You come here into this county, you getting arrested. We're deporting you with ice. We're gonna put some ice on those burns, you fucking goddamn scalpless spick bastard. You non-English speaking, terrible music making, rainbow hair colored fuck. And then you beat your child like this. And then you beat him senseless. Whop, whop, whop. And then you throw him down because he was interrupting you. And then you go back to porking your wife. Just, yeah. And then you give her the old mozzarella milk, the old mozzarella milk off of the old gabagool, and then you tap it on her face, her fazul. You tap it, you just give her the old Italian, give her the Italian salam. You know what I'm saying? The victim told officials that Thompson he was whooping the child as he should have. The victim continued to explain that the victim continued to. What the fuck is happening right now? I only graduated the 5th grade. They allowed me to be an officer because of the fact that I really just kind of showed up. It wasn't really any of my credentials or anything like that. I didn't even pass any of the physicals. They just allowed me. They had like it was, you know, like that stupid fucking liberal IUD program that the liberals had where it allowed blacks and spicks and chinks into the fucking businesses and stuff like that's what it was called, the IUD? No? It was the DEI? It was the DEI. That stupid fucking DEI, IUD, whatever the fuck it is. But now they're doing that for officers. They just kind of allow us in. They more just, I just showed up one day. This wasn't actually like a life goal I had. I was working at a bowling alley. I was spraying shoes in the back and inhaling the fucking cleaner. And then they brought me in and said, hey, do you want to make America great again? Do you want to make this place safe? Do you want to deport Mexicans? Do you want to arrest black people and break their arms? Do you want to go out of your way to club in the heads of some mix? Do you want to go out of your way to beat a black and Chinese woman mixture in Orlando? And I was like, I jumped at the opportunity. Well, I jumped as high as I could given my weight situation. I more like hopped up in the air and then I landed and there was a little crater underneath me, but I hopped to the opportunity as much as I could, and let me tell you, it's been a hell of a ride. It's been a hell of a ride. They had to give me one of those XL vehicles. I got one of those one of those big policey Tahoes. They tricked it out. They got me 3 rows of seats, so that way when I bring in the beaners, I can bring them in multiple at a time. Like how they brought in those 18 beaners last week in the fucking Brevard County ICE immigration, whatever. It's I like to go for multiples, you know what I mean? I think that if you're an officer, it's not really about making the community better. It's more about it's a numbers game. Like Wayne, I respect him. He's not actually trying to go out of his way to stop any of the pedophiles or drug addicts or biker gangs or anything like that. He's stopping the speeders because it's not about actually making things better. And you know what? It's about the numbers. It's about the numbers, baby. Look at Donnie, the greatest president to ever live. God, I wish I could eat some of that salam. His hands are perfectly proportionately sized. I'd love to have him beat my club. God, I think he'd love to taste my mozzarella milk. It's just as an officer, you only have a few people you can really look up to, and Donnie is that's a whole lot of man. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of American man right there. A whole lot of American man. The victim continued to explain that he was then slammed into the bed where he hit his head on the phone with a hard case. So he was entered into the wrestling match. He just couldn't handle it. They were doing WWE rules. Pussy. Fucking pussy. He's a fazoo. Fagazoo. Fucking pussy can't even handle one good hit and slam onto the bed. How do you ever expect to be with a Latino or an abusive black woman or a crazy stabby white woman if you can't handle a little abuse from your father? You know what the craziest part about all this is? Allegedly, we don't even know if these are his sons. We just know that this child and his friend was staying with this man and his girlfriend. Why? There are 2 kids in an apartment with 1 bedroom with a man who's wrestling naked with his girlfriend. There are no good optics on this. I feel so bad for the officer in all this. I hope he at least got the milk. You know what I mean? Kids, man, could you imagine how awkward it must have been to be choking this child out up against the wall with a full erection at that moment? He has his child. He has his son up in the air, and his dick is hard as a rock like this. He's like, "Why are you coming in here, bothering me and your mother? My girlfriend. She's not even your mother, but she's my girlfriend. Why are you bothering us? I'm trying to lay my salam on her. I'm trying to lay my fucking gabagool inside her. Why are you being like this?" And then and then the boner slowly goes down, but then right as he choke slams the child onto the bed, the boner gets even harder. He pre-comes a little because he likes to abuse things. Because he's an officer, and officers, I'm not saying, it's a harmful stereotype to say officers like abusing things. I haven't even done any harm to anything on this podcast. Look at what I've done to my son. I've just moved him around a little. All he did was move. He just moved a little. He just... See, he moved. Look, hold on, look. He moved. You see? See? He moved. He's still good. He's still good. The child's mother discovered the alleged abuse after noticing a decline in the victim's athletic performance. I'm so sorry. This is one of the few times I'm just gonna break for a minute because I have to. No, don't stop. Do you know how disassociated this mother is? Holy fuck. Holy shit. I'm gonna get back to my character here in a second, but holy fuck, man. She didn't notice that her son had injuries because she was paying attention to the way he talked, to the way he walked, to the way he proceeded about his daily life. She didn't notice his injuries because of him limping. She didn't notice his injuries because of him sitting weird. She didn't notice his injuries because he was swallowing funny or whatever. She noticed his injuries during a baseball game. Is this what I'm going to have to worry about with my son? After all the beat... Let me switch back in. Hold on. Okay. There are actual tears in my eyes. This is like, that legitimately made me cry laughing with like, she's like, this fucking mother, she said, I did not notice that my son was limping. I didn't notice that he was swallowing things weird. I didn't notice that he couldn't use his wrist or anything like that. I didn't notice that he kept complaining about the fact that his leg was tingling and he could barely walk or anything. I only noticed he was injured after the beating from the baseball game he was in. And the craziest part is, it wasn't even his father who whooped him. What are you gonna do? That's Italian New York life. It's very Jewish and Italian the way I keep switching back and forth, but it's because I keep watching like Scorsese films and then I'm watching Jewy ass Woody Allen films. You can't... New York just starts to sound like one big place at some point and not like there's different dialects and distinctions and whatever have you and all that shit. Where was I at? This poor cop who's being badmouthed by this community. The victim reported feeling pain in his head and body, according to the affidavit. The report stated that the victim reported experiencing headaches, dizziness, and double vision during practice. Yeah? You're playing properly. You're telling me you don't get dizzy when you play anything or you participate or partake in the game? No, I won't even have it. Fucking loser. If you're not willing to risk life and limb and brain injury to join in a wrestling match and then go to practice afterwards, get your head out of the fucking game. Get out of the fucking kitchen. Who the fuck is it you think you are? You think you can handle the fucking heat, boy? You couldn't even handle a fucking piece of gabagool on a piece of fucking on some pasta. It doesn't go like the same or nothing, but you couldn't even handle the crazy mixture just being out of left field, just like you couldn't handle the pitches out of left field. That's why you're nothing. You're fucking nothing. Your mother's a whore. Your father's a dog. Your father's a dog. Your sister, a bitch. A pregnant bitch that allows every fucking dirty dick, Negro, spick, mick, bastard that comes near her to just impregnate her. She got fucking 50 multicolored babies. Your sister makes kids look like a rainbow. Fucking whore. The mother took the victim to a hospital where he was later diagnosed with a concussion. Pussy. Richard Thompson was arrested in Volusia County on Saturday. He was charged with battery and child abuse, according to the affidavit. I think he's being wrongfully charged. Wrongfully charged. I can't even. This is absolutely disgusting. The fact that they're going out of their way to highlight a man and his abuse like this. Not his abuse that he abused the child. The fact that they are abusing him. Are you kidding me? This stupid mother was using him to get free vacations for her kids. And the kid was using him to get free wrestling lessons. And now he's just being arrested? No, I won't. I won't sit for it. I won't sit by and allow you people to badmouth this officer and badmouth officers when there are so many worse of you goddamn dog beaten off citizens. Palm Bay man who stabbed his dog sentenced to 5 years in prison added the state animal abuser registry. Well, I would hope so, you goddamn dog beater offer. Shouldn't be stabbing your dog in the eyes. You should be stabbing your son in the eyes. You should be beating your son with a baseball bat. Who the hell told you it was okay to stab a dog in the face? Who the hell told you it was okay to stab a dog in the face? What are you, Haitian? Are you Chinese? Are you a fucking Filipino piece of yellow shit? Are you a little yellow, dirty, dark-skinned bastard from the jungles of South Asia who can't do nothing else but eat dog? You just gotta stab a dog in the face. That's what you do. That's what you do. You stab dogs in the face. You don't do nothing else with your life. You stab dogs in the eye. Eye for an eye. You know what we should be doing? We should be stabbing this motherfucker in the eye. Stab him in the eye. Use this baton right here. Stab him right in. Take a piece of salam and stab him right in the eye. Oh, I'm like tearing up. The eye talk and the fact that these accents are hard to do. Please ignore the tears. This is like actually sometimes when I get too involved in an accent, it drives tears out of my face. I'm just embracing my cultural roots as an Italian man, as a wop dago, as a goddamn dago. That is what I am. I am an olive-skinned fuck. Okay, side note, what is funny though is being the mutt that I am, when I'm pale, I am English pasty. When I'm mildly in the sun, I am olive as an Italian can be. When I am tan, I don't tan. I just get red. My brother's fucking lucky. That nigga gets dark as shit. I just get red. I just turn into what makes the red man red. Mixed breeding in the sun. Oh. If any of my fucking tribal members are watching this podcast, I hope you all get a laugh out of this. And I hope any of you fucking Italians from New York get a laugh out of this. You know why? Because if you don't, I don't give a fuck. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck if any of the cops like this either. You know why? Because I know you will. Because I am a brother of the cloth. I am a brother of the blue cloth. There is a thin blue line that separates you and me from these animals that want to take over society. It is a thin blue fucking line. And let me tell you what, I dare not cross it. I dare not cross it. Would you like to have the entire U.S. on you from the fucking get because you want to stand against the U.S.'s police force? Brothers and sisters in blue, we stand with you. Ooh, baby boo. Goddamn, we stand with you. Yeah! America! Fuck yeah! Coming again to stab another dog in the face. Yeah, America! Fuck. Oh, I jammed my gun. No! I jammed I jammed my pistol. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, no. Yeah! My titty pistol. I'm gonna stick that right back underneath my titty. Just here, hold up. Let me put my handcuffs away too. You can't be storing everything out in public, you know what I'm saying? And what's nice about these rolls is that I can just stuff things. It's like when you're a big girl with fat titties. You know what? After having this, I must say, women, you do have an advantage over us in the fact that you can store things in your folds. We don't have those lovely abilities. If I pull my phone out from my back fat, people will look at me weird. But if you pull your phone out from your titties, everybody's gonna look at you like you're cool. If you pull your keys out from underneath your ass cheek, everybody will go, wow. If I pull my phone out from between my ass cheeks, all of a sudden, people call me a shithead and tell me I'm gonna get pink eye. And they say that my phone service is shitty. And they tell me I smell like a fart. You women, you just got it lucky. So what? You take a little licking every so often. A little of the old backhand is good for the character. Are you kidding me? You don't think we get ramrodded at the office, at the police station? You don't think we get bent over backwards and handcuffed up and treated like the little piggly wiggly fucks we are? You don't think they grease up the little porcos like us and go bing, 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 and take their fucking battering rods and just bing, 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 like a fucking oil drill? They just, God, how do you think you make it into the police officer cult? Ming, 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 ming. That's the initiation process in all police officer forces. They take your butthole and they violate it. I'll give you a better example. I even do this. Look, you see this? This is your tight little, well, it was little, your little hole. It was your little hole. You went into the fucking police force with a normal hole. And then all of a sudden, you see that? You see that? It tore. Look at that. It's a torn anus. That's your torn. And look at that. It's all glazed on. Disgusting. Can you bring me something to wipe off my baton? God, the glory of this little donut hole has glazed all over my baton. I feel glazed. I feel like a whore. I feel like Bridget B. I feel like Angela White. I feel like Lily Lou. I feel like all of these porn stars that I don't know nothing about. I don't know any of these women's. I feel like a whore though, just glazed on, just like a dirty, disgusting police whore. But that's what they do to your butthole. Where was I at? And that's what they're gonna do to this man's butthole. The dog Doobie. He named the dog Doobie. The dog Doobie survived his wound, but later died from an illness. Well, what can you say? It's sad, I suppose, that this dog had to suffer at the hand of this degenerate drug addict of Brevard County. A Palm Bay man will go to prison for stabbing his dog Doobie in the eye with scissors in an apparent attempt to kill him. Judge Catherine's speech has sentenced Paul R. Heineman. His name is Hyman? His name is Hyman? Judge Kathy's speech has sentenced Paul R. Hyman to be violated in the prison cells of the Florida judicial system for the next 5 years. He will be raped thoroughly and have one of his eyes removed. This isn't me. This is what the article says. He got on June 23rd, he got sentenced to 5 years in the state prison for animal cruelty resulting in pain or suffering. He got the maximum sentence for a third-degree felony, as he should have. Prosecutors Alfred Martin and Bernadette Serfinowicz, that's a Jew, and Hyman, convicted in May. The dog did not provoke Mr. Hyman. The dog did not attack Mr. Hyman. There was no reason for this to occur. It was a senseless act. Goddamn right. Hyman attacked Doobie, a black Labrador Retriever boxer mix, as he sat with the 10-year-old dog on the floor of his widowed stepmother's home in Palm Bay in March 2025. You know what? Maybe he was doing something for his mother. You lost dad? Maybe you don't need any reminders of him. What better way to remove reminders of dad than to remove the dog? I'm just saying. The stepmother said she heard Hyman say, I was meant to kill the dog and move to stab Doobie again, but she grabbed the scissors away from Hyman and called the police. Palm Bay police officers who responded found the bloody scissors inside the home along with the dog, who was excessively panting with a stab to the right eye, the arrest report says. The arrested Hyman and animal control took the dog for veterinary treatment. Doobie survived his wound but later passed away from an illness while in the care of another family member. At sentencing, Martin called for the incarceration and mental health or anger management. Yeah, this motherfucker needs to be locked away. Hyman received credit for 15 months already served in the Brevard County Jail awaiting trial. And no, sentence him more. Give him more sentencing. Sentence him double. Give him 10 years. You know what? In honor of all this craziness with these animal abusers, we're going to show off a little bit of my family. You ready to bring in the beasts? Let's start with my black son. He is beautiful. Take off his shirt. We were going to show them naked. He's a beautiful black man. As beautiful as they come. High energy as they come. You know, I know it seems like I'm a racist cop and all that, and I make all these jokes and stuff, but even my son is black, and he is my first boy. This is my first boy. Where you at, my boy? Where is my beast? Beast. He's coming. Click, 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 click. Declan, you're good. I got him. You want a treat? Declan, treat. Declan. Come here. Come here. Come around. Up. This is my son. Oh, come on up. This is my boy Declan. As I said, he is as beautiful and as black as they come. All he cares about is food. Go ahead. You can have the finger lick. Oh. It's finger licking fucking good. Go to your mother now. We're gonna introduce the rest of you. Say, oh, didn't mean to poke your eye, my baby. Are you okay? He's fine. Yeah, fuck them dogs. That was my first boy. He was my firstborn. It was a long birth, and his mother died during it. But luckily, I got to keep him. He's a beautiful thing. He keeps me young. He keeps me young. You know what I mean? Every day is a new adventure with my young man. Bring me the small one. We also got a corgi. His name is Frankenstein. Yeah, as you can hear, I went Jewish with it because of the Stein. Very Steinish. Where is he? You know what? I may not be able to... There he is. I may not be able to lift him up here. Here, hold on. I got it. Give me a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, you get a good view. Come here, Frankie. Ugh. Big stretched little guy. No. Come here. Alright, just pick him up and slowly put him in front of the camera. Oh, here we go. Ugh. This is Frankenstein.
He's coming out.
Here, take him in your dirty penis. Did his dirty penis touch me?
No.
Fucking dirty penis, dirty dick dog. Ugh, secret life of... This is supposed to be the secret life of pets. And I'm showing you a little introduction into my life with these fuckers. Alright, now bring out the noodle. We got ourselves a fucking noodle. While she's doing that, former Brevard County Corrections Deputy charged as a result of human trafficking investigation. Hello, sweet girl. Come here. This is the newest addition to the family. This is a noodle. This is a Cheyenne. Yes, hello. This is my sweet girl. She is the sweetest. Yes, as you can see. Yes, thank you. Okay. This is my, this is our new little sidekick for the house. Okay. Okay. Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Or so help me. So help me. Did she fucking move it?
No.
Psychopathic dogs. Former Brevard County Corrections Deputy charged as a result of human trafficking investigation. I say they're wrongfully charging him. Brevard County Deputy fired, charged after alleged sexual contact with trafficking victim. Investigators say dozens more suspects possible. I think they're just trying to pin this on a good officer. That's the problem. You can't have a good investigation unless you blame somebody innocent. And in this case, it's this innocent fucking officer. You know what? I think whoever's blaming this officer, They need to be thrown in jail, and they need to take the fucking key and throw it away. Throw the key away. Throw away the fucking key. A Brevard County Corrections deputy is out of a job and facing a criminal charge after investigators say he was unlawfully sexual contacted a minor. Well, how do we know the minor didn't contact him? I think they're trying to blame this officer, and he did nothing wrong. 36-year-old Deshaun Edward, who had been in a department for more than a decade, is now out on bond. Sheriff Wayne Ivey says Edward claimed he didn't know the teen was underage, but the sheriff didn't mince words about the case, called the alleged behavior disgusting, illegal, and immoral. Yes, because Wayne Ivey is the salt pillar of the earth. Wayne Ivey is the representation of Brevard County beauty. He is everything that we love here in this county and represent and love as Americans. He's the reason I got these tattoos on my forearms. USA, USA, USA forever, and cop life, cop life, cop life, and Blue Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter, USA forever, and cop lives matter. USA forever, and cop lives matter. Cop life, cop life, cop life. Blue Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. USA forever, forever, forever. USA forever, forever, forever. Blue Lives Matter, yeah. Blue Lives Matter, yeah. USA forever, and Blue Lives Matter, yeah, yeah. That's the cop life. That's the cop life. That's the cop life. You know, there's that disrespectful fucking group, niggas with attitude. And you know what I gotta say to you? It's fucking fuck yous. Wait, what, cops against niggas. We're the cans. And we can get it done. Goddamn bastards. If niggas with attitude say fuck the police, then guess what? The police say fuck the niggas. I don't quite think that's how... No, I'm sticking to it. Fuck it. It's the cop way. We don't fucking ever back down. We double down, baby. We never apologize. We just blame somebody else. Sheriff Wayne Ivey says Edward claimed he did... Oh, disgusting. Fucking disgusting work, you goddamn pedophile. You know, I think that they're going out of their way to blame this man, and it doesn't even... Who does it help to put this man behind bars? The kid? It helps the kid? He even said that he didn't know she was underage. How does it help her? She agreed to it. She was going to meet up with him. That's the crazy... You know what? I can't stand this. Broads always say, I want it, I want it, I want it. But then whenever it comes down to the facts and they say that they're like 14 years old, they start going, but I don't know, but I don't know, but I don't know. But, you know, I think you do know. I think you know enough. I think you know enough. They're just framing this officer at this point. This must be one of those goddamn Mossad entrapment things on one of our good Brevard County officers. There's a lot of intel you can get out of them if you honey trap them. You can get a lot of good intel out of Brevard County people if you go out of your way to bug them and plant something on them and all that stuff. Woman, beer. Don't you shake your head at me, woman. Yeah, shake them at me. I like that. See, boys? See, men, you gotta have your woman in shape. You gotta have her in order. It doesn't take a whole bunch of hop, skips, and yells, and pleases, and whatever haves yous. Well, you could put that in the freezer. Don't let it get to room temp.
Get you flabbergasted.
All I gotta say, ladies, it doesn't take too much to throw a man off. It's just a little nipple. You know what I mean? You could have a nipple the size of a caper. You could have a nipple the size of a salam, and we'll still love you in this household. Daddy Storm just loves titties. Daddy Storms loves titties and... Oh, is that my Chexy? Just in time for the episode, my son. We also have two cats. Two cats. This is my beautiful, chinky, tiger-striped baby. This is my boy. He does not like the way I'm holding him in this second because he wants freedom. But this is my baby. Sorry, my son. We just had to prove a point that you existed. No. We have another one, but unless she comes out here, I'm just gonna let her be because she is an angry gray Russian loaf. She is a princess, if you will. She is a princess as they get. Melbourne officer resigns 15 days after body cam shows police taking down wrong teen. Yes, this man chicken winged this poor boy. This poor, nah, who am I kidding? He fucking should have done more. He should have did both arms like this. He should have went, heck, like an old G.I. Joe toy and then fucking latched down the goddamn handcuffs. Latch them fuckers down. Don't you let that goddamn Negro boy off the fucking cuffs. Do not let him go. And if he tries to escape, take your fucking pistol and unload just until the fucking trigger breaks. Until the fucking gun won't even fire anymore. It's still squeezing, but it's not firing. How are you supposed to load this fucker? You're not supposed to load? How do you fucking... The fuck is this? Here we go. Well, this is broken. How do you like them apples? He still pistol whip a bitch. But goddamn, man, I guess I must have shot too many black people and too many Spanish people this week. You can't spend all day. Like, this finger won't even bend. Look. It's got arthritis because of how many fucking black people and Mexicans I shot last week. Now the pistol's just broken itself. Whatever. We'll stuff it in the titties for now, so that way we can save that for later. Melbourne officer resigns 15 days after body cam shows police taking down wrong teen. You know what? There's never a wrong teen. You were just in the wrong place. That was your fault for being there to begin with. Police records say the 15-year-old suffered possible dislocated elbow. Possible? Okay, side note, real quick. Breaking character, but like, he actually fucked this kid's arm up. He took the arm from back this way and bent it backwards until it snapped. You can hear the pop in the video, and then the kid just starts screaming. It's dislocated, it's fractured, it's fractured, it's fractured. This cop is probably the biggest piece of shit cop I've ever seen in my entire fucking life and I heard of in Brevard. And the best part, or worst part, is he just he resigns. He resigns 15 days later. And you know what that means? That means he's not going to get charged. That means the family can sue. But the problem is, now he's also still eligible to work at other police stations because of the fact that he resigned. He didn't resign because of whatever you want to call it. He resigned so that way he could go and get a job somewhere else. He even made a fucking post about, like, some of you would be like, I'm on to bigger and better thing, or some of you would say, I'm sorry, but I'm on to bigger and better things now. Dude, this is one of the few times on this podcast I will say this. I hope your arms get stomped to broken nothingness and that you get arrested while it happens. And I would love to actually tag the officer when we make this video and all of this stuff. And all of you who watch this and all of these things, feel free to message, tag him, whatever. Just, Brevard County is not getting any better, and people are constantly... We're always just captivated by the idea that someone else is getting somewhere in this county, not that the county's getting anywhere. And it leads to us lacking in every other aspect of our world, including the police officers who Chicken Little break the arm of a fucking little kid, of a 15-year-old boy. Color be damned, all this other stuff. He broke the arm of a 15-year-old boy. I'd like that. That's beyond horrendous. And the wrong teen. He broke the arm of the wrong kid. Here, I'm gonna do some funny stuff so that way we can make a reel about it and then tag him. we're gonna do some funny stuff because we support that blue line. You know what I mean? All right. Let's have some fun with this. You guys are about to watch me get into game mode real quick because there are 3 things I don't do. Animal abuse, child abuse. Okay, so there's 2 things I don't do. Animal abuse and child abuse. I guess I do have one limit somewhere. I will make like rape jokes and about jokes about children being murdered and stuff, but I have never, ever, 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 ever condoned the murder of children unless it was on Ghislaine and Jeffrey's Island. But that's not the point. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I know it's hard for you guys to get a read on how I actually view things, and that's kind of the whole point of this. Newly obtained body cam video shows Melbourne police officer forcing a 15-year-old boy to the ground and handcuffing him during a search for a runaway teenager. And you know what? He should have slammed the kid on the fucking ground because that's what a good officer would have done. He would have grabbed the kid and fucking choke slammed him on the ground like that one guy did to his fucking stepson when his stepson walked in on him fucking his girlfriend. Do you have any idea how much trouble it would have saved this officer if he would have just grabbed the boy, the 15-year-old boy, and just choke slammed him? So much trouble. But instead, he walked him down. They soon discovered they had the wrong kid. Yes, they soon did discover they had the wrong kid, but that's okay. Because when you really think about it, all brown kids look alike. Have you never thought about that? All these curly-haired, brown-skinned kids, they all are basically the one and the same. They look like brothers and brothers and brothers and brothers. You know what I mean? And maybe some sisters in there too, but it's mostly just brothers. The June 24 video shows officers threatening to use a taser as they ordered Cohen Everidge onto the ground. Yes. As they should have. They should have just tased him right there. They shouldn't have even ordered him. Cohen repeatedly says he was not running and was not resisting before crying out that his arm was hurt. You know what actually happened? These officers were good. They ran up on the kid who fell to the ground into a fetal position, curling himself up into a ball, saying he didn't know what was going on and that he wasn't running, and he was just asking what was going on. And the officer just kept saying, "Stop resisting," as a good officer should do when he is about to arrest you. He's going to say, "Stop resisting," even if you're not resisting. He's going to say, "Fucking stop. Stop resisting." And then he's going to fucking whoop you. And that's what he should do. That's what he should do. Cohen repeated, you know what? And after he got the kid on the ground, he snapped the kid's arm back like it was a G.I. Joe fucking toy, and you could hear the pop in the video. You know what? That is what a good officer would do. He turns a 15-year-old boy's arm into a chicken wing, and then he gets to resign 15 days later as if nothing had ever even occurred, and treat the reality of the situation as if it were just something on TV, because now he's going to go and move somewhere else with his credentials, even though he should have been fired sooner because he had multiple instances as a Melbourne police officer where he was abusing people and coming up short as an officer. But you know what? That doesn't matter. A good officer is going to chicken wing a 15-year-old fucking kid's arm and then get to resign on good standing order. That is what we do here in Brevard County. Our officers, salt of the fucking earth. They are biblical characters at worst. The mistake becomes clear when an officer asks Cohen whether he is Armani, the name of the runaway police were trying to find. Cohen answers no. According to the officer's written accounts, police were called to an apartment complex after 16-year-old Armani Roman left home. His mother told officers he might run and asked that he be evaluated under the Florida's Baker Act. So everything points to the idea that this kid might run. I'm going to make sure that I arrest the kid that's not running because that is what a good officer would do. It doesn't matter if the kid fits the description or not of the runaway. We will arrest him and break his arm because that is what we do as a cop. We are good like that. We know the different chokes and the slams, and I'm a 240-pound, 6'3" white police officer who knows, who has a fair bit of training. I should break the arm of this 15-year-old boy and send him on his way. That is what I should do as a police officer. That is what we should do as police officers. Officers say they saw the teenager in a white shirt and backpack running through the courtyard and then across Lake Washington Road. They believe the teenager was Armani and ordered him to the ground. Officer William Markle wrote that Cohen ignored commands, resisted officers' attempts to handcuff him, and reached toward his waistband. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. This is a sidestep. I'll say this is a sidestep. That boy did not reach for his waistband. He did not resist arrest. He put his hands up in front of him and curled into a fetal position. The video and body cam footage shows that you are a lying piece of shit. You are a liar. You are a white nigger. You're a cracker bastard that makes black people and Spanish people hate cops. You are everything that makes somebody like me, who is a degenerate ex-criminal, who had a bunch of degenerate ex-criminal friends. You are the reason we hate cops. You are everything that we loathe about cops. You are everything that any minority on this planet would hate about cops. And that's the craziest thing. You are literally the description and definitive. And I hope that you watch this, and I hope that this goes somewhere other than just into shouting in the void, because I really, really hope that the officer who did all this hears this, because you are the definition of a white nigger. You are everything that I hate about white people in this country. You are everything that I loathe about cops. You are everything that I hate about this prejudiced, discriminatory, what should be benevolent and caring and protective group. But whatever, what are you gonna do about it? Markle wrote that he pinned both of Cohen's elbows to the ground until officers could secure his wrist in a handcuff. That is not true. That is not true. He was laying on his back and they rolled him over, and he put one arm behind his back and he had one arm up above his head, and then they grabbed the arm and he bent it backwards, snapping it backwards. The department's dispatch timeline shows police reported having someone in custody at 7:56 p.m. 1 minute later, an entry reads, "This is not Armani." The department records list that Armani as white and Hispanic. Cohen is listed as black. The documents do not establish that racial description each officer received before the chase. The documents do not establish what racial description each officer received before the chase. Meaning that just like every other good officer, they had no proof that this was the kid. They matched none of the fucking signs or what they were told about the kid. They matched nothing, that none of the description of the kid they were told to look out for matched, but they still arrested him. That is a good police officer. That is a good police officer. Police said Cohen's right elbow appeared swollen. Yes, because it was snapped backwards. It was not dislocated. It was snapped backwards. I hope the family sues. By the way, family, if you get to view this, I will contribute $500 to your court fees. This is like, you know what? Accent, joke, bit aside, whatever. I promise you, family of young man Cohen, if you see this and you actually pursue a lawsuit against this officer, I will pay $500 towards your court fees. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but guess what? That's like, that's an eighth of a fucking lawyer's fees. That is court fees right there. I would gladly contribute to that. I would gladly, without question, 100% contribute to that. And everyone else who's been watching this for a while, if you listen back through and you find out that there's something that I promised I would donate to, hold me to it. Always hold me to it. Don't let me not be a man of my word. And this is one of those instances where I've never seen such an atrocious, horrible misuse of power and a terrible act as a police officer in my own community on a child. But what are you going to do about it? Police said Cohen's right elbow appeared swollen. Fire rescue personnel believed it might have been dislocated, according to the case report. Might have been. The document records show that use of force report was completed, but the documents provided to the News 6 do not include its findings. Officers found Armani a short time later and transported him to the mental health evaluation. 15 days after the takedown, Marco resigned from the Melbourne Police Department, meaning the runaway kid got taken in peacefully and taken into a medical department. The kid who had nothing to do with it, was not aware of the situation, got his elbow either dislocated and or broken and stuck with the medical fees. Because the police department is just going to write it off as another officer who resigned before any lawsuit was able to be fired. That's why he left, is because the fucking station was like, hey, if they sue, we don't want to be sued. We can't afford for you to be sued because we've had 5 deputy fucking sheriffs in the last year, not including Palm Bay and Melbourne police, who have been corrupt. We can't actually afford another lawsuit from anyone, so scram. Go to Polk County. They'll take you there. His resignation letter, effective July 9th, says he believed that it was in his best interest to pursue other career opportunities. It does not mention Cohen, the mistaken detention, or the use of force review. I wonder why. Melbourne police confirmed Marco's resignation, but have not answered the News 6's questions about whether he was under investigation of facing discipline or whether his departure was connected to the June 24th incident. Cohen's mother referred News 6 to an attorney. News 6 left that attorney a message, but has not yet received a response. Good, you got an attorney. I will gladly donate. If you have any kind of donation fund or whatever have you, I will participate. As a matter of fucking fact, I'm gonna go count out some of the fazools real quick. We'll be right back, ladies and fucking gentlemen. What was that? No, I don't care if there's a domestic dispute. He could beat both of her eyes in for all I care. Missing child, whatever. That child wanted to run away. Have you met his parents? Horrible fucking people. Absolutely. No, I don't care about a car theft either. It's not like they're in pursuit. I mean, I'm just going to be going there to report on things. Overdose in the CVS? What do I care about this shit? Let me know when there's some fucking speeders. God damn it, man. I don't want anything unless it's speeding. Speeding. What do they not understand? I don't take cases unless it's speeding. The true crime that is violating and harming our community. It's not the overdoses. It's not the dead bodies found in Melbourne. It's not the children who are getting beaten to death. It's not the domestic violence situations where people are shooting their spouses or their in-laws. It's none of that. It's the fucking speeders. God damn it, man. When are they going to learn? When are they going to learn that it's not like these officers who they say are committing these crimes are completely innocent. And the fact that it's like, they're not speeding. Like, yeah, someone like gave his kid a concussion, and another one was abusing a dog, and another one was having sex with a trafficked human, but they weren't speeding. Even Officer Lau, the Titusville chief of police, who was allegedly caught with a bottle of alcohol, which I think they planted on the situation. Allegedly, he had alcohol. Hey, I didn't even have the accent. Allegedly, he had the alcohol on him. But you know what? They can't prove if he was speeding or not, and that's what matters to me. That's what fucking matters to me. I can't stand the speeder. Oh, God. I can't stand the speeder. I can't. You know what it reminds me of? Nam. Reminds me of fucking Nam. Speeding through the goddamn jungle, those goddamn Ewok sons of bitches. Those goddamn Korean... Did I say Nam? I meant Korea. Those goddamn Korean fucking Ewok sons of bitches. Going out of their way to harm my fellow fucking men. They told me I had something called shell shock, and that's why they kicked me out and made me a police officer. And now every day I look around and I see officers doing things that I would do and getting charged for it. And I find it heinous. I think that more people in those like other corrupt organizations like the Army and the FBI and the Air Force should be charged with things. Air Force officer arrested at Capitol after calling for Trump's impeachment. Like this fucking terrorist. This is a terrorist right here. You don't stand with the Don? You don't stand with the Don father? With good old Donnie Jamal Trump? You don't stand with Donnie. That right there is treason. That's all I need to know that you're a treasonous fuck. You know why? Because Donnie stands on one good side of that thin blue line. You do not. Air Force, Air Force. More like ass force. Ass force, if you ask me. Your fucking people down here in Florida couldn't even identify that two chinks had left a bomb at the base for a week. You could have had dead Air Force men and women. For some reason, they allow women. But you could have had dead Air Force men and women. Because you fucking bastards don't understand how to clean up house and know if there's even a bomb among your fucking peoples in your barracks. Ass Force. See, they're putting all the blame on good police officers who've done nothing but break a child's arm, who deserved it. He deserved it. Goddamn right, that child deserved a concussion. You know, a lot of this episode is about them accusing police officers of child abuse and domestic violence and other things that just U.S. cops should never be held accountable for, because it's not even, like, we don't do that. That's not our business. That's not our fault. You know what I mean? Like, the kid shouldn't have tried to join in on the wrestling match. This Air Force man should not be calling for the impeachment of the greatest president of the United States since its inception. Even better than George. He would have led George Washington across the Delaware. Donnie J would have led the fucking U.S. Army and goddamn George Washington across the Delaware if he was there. I stand behind this president, 45th and 47th president, for a reason, because he is 100% all-American man. That is one hell of a man. It's a hell of a man. He would have been fantastic on those front lines, just looking at him from behind. Just looking at Big Donnie's behind from behind. He would have been a fantastic leader. Just fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Fantastic. Major Jason Watson was in uniform when the U.S. Capitol Police arrested him. He criticized Trump's actions in Iran and Venezuela, as well as his immigration policies. Traitor. Treason. Throw him in the fucking brigade. Rape him. Murder him. Beat him to death like a fucking unwanted red-headed stepchild. Beat him to death. Do not let him see the light of day. This is treason. This is goddamn felonious acts right here, calling for the impeachment of the greatest president on this earth. God damn it, man. Who are you to question what we are doing in Iran? Iran is not even a country. They're not even people. They're basically sand roaches that grew. They just grew big. God damn it. And Venezuela? The litter box of fucking South America. The litter box of South America. We kidnapped their world leader fucking 6 months ago, and nobody's done a thing. Half a year has gone by and nobody even fucking cares anymore. You care about Venezuela that much? We kidnapped their leader and we placed in hand a fucking interim president who conforms with everything that we want. And you want to say that Venezuela is worth fighting for? You, my friend, are the ass force. Immigration policies? Fuck your immigration policies. You think I want some spics and some chinks and some Negroes and some fucking and some goddamn Mick bastards coming over here? No. Only Americans. Only good Americans. Props to these police officers that arrested this heinous, felonious fucking Air Force man. An Air Force major was arrested in uniform on the steps of the Capitol. Yeah, we read all that. I don't want to keep reading anything about that. U.S. Capitol Police arrested Jason White. God damn it, man. An active duty service member on Wednesday afternoon following remarks at a news conference where he said Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance should be removed from office. Wrong, bucko. Who the fuck do you think you are? Calling for the impeachment of the greatest president and vice president to ever touch this earth. The White House should be renamed the Trump House. They should rename it the Donnie J. Memorial House. And whatever president comes afterwards, they're just the fucking little bitch that gets to live in Donnie J's shadow. Don't none of you understand what is going on and how beautiful of an enterprise that this country has become in its undertaking of these events. The event was organized by the Removal Coalition, a group that lobbies members of Congress to impeach Trump, and attended by a Republican, Al Green, Democrat, or D. Texas. The fuck is this? Who is Al Green, you fucking loser? Fucking loser fag? What a fag. Who has reportedly introduced articles of impeachment against Trump, against my boy Donnie? I'm here with him because Republican Green is the only member of Congress that has demonstrated the courage and conviction to force a vote on articles of impeachment, Watson said at the event. If Congress followed his example, we could remove the entire Trump administration, but Congress remains unconvinced of the urgency and necessity for them to honor their oath, so we must persuade them with our unrelenting, uncompromising civil resistance. What it sounds like is you're a bunch of fucking rebel scum. Rebel fucking scum. Goddamn unpatriotic rebel scumites. Watson said he is not a Democrat and does not share policy positions with Green, who lost his re-election bid this year. Green said Wednesday on X, I was there to witness a major in the United States military bend the arc of moral universe toward justice. You know what? Fuck this. I don't even want to keep... Capitol Police identified the man as Watson, adding that he was arrested on charges of crowding, obstruction, and incommoding. I don't even know what the fuck that is. That is illegal to protest in other spots on the Capitol ground. Hold on. I gotta reach past my fucking stomach to itch my nuts. God damn it, these fat fucking monkey nuts below this goddamn Dunlap tire that I fucking sport. They say it's the Krispy Kremes. What I really think it is my bitch wife's cooking. I tell her to try and make healthier foods, but she doesn't. It's like the Krispy Kremes don't matter. I eat a dozen a day. What is it? Fuck you. Pasta fazool. Fucking shit, man. I don't give a fuck about you. Jesus Christ. You got me sounding out here like one of those rap monkeys. One of those poetry fucking punks. Whatever you call them. One of those hippity hopping artists and shit like that. I'm sorry. Watson was being held in custody at an Air Force base, according to Jessica Denson, the founder of Removal Coalition. Denson said she expects significant charges to be filed. She added that she was also Watson's expectation going into... What? She added that was also Watson's expectation going into Wednesday's protest. This man expected to be arrested. He expected to waste your fucking tax dollars. I don't waste your tax dollars. I use it on fucking good things like Pabst Blue Ribbon and Krispy Kreme. Things that fuel the good American health system in the gut. They say, my doctor told me this is good for my heart. He told me every time I drink a Pabst, I take a shot of whiskey and I drink a donut or I eat a donut. Sometimes I blend them. You never know. Sometimes you get tired of talking. I talk a lot. And the point is once I eat that donut, he says it just pushes it all through. He fucking pushes it all through. The doctor just said, he said, eat the donut, take the shot of whiskey, drink the Pabst Blue Ribbon, and forget about it. Forget about it. Your arteries gonna unclog themselves like Drano laxative being served to a fucking baby pipe. You're gonna have fucking clean anus. Clean anus and clean heart, my friend. Both of them. Just clean. Unplugged. I can feel the unplugging right now. See? That's the unplugging at work. A little bit more for you. Is yous getting the points? Is yous getting the points? Oh. I was wondering what was scratching my fucking belly fazoo. It's my fucking pistazoo. It's broken. Service members are subject to stricter laws than the average citizen when it comes to protesting. The Uniform Code of Military Justice prohibits officers from using contemptuous language towards the president, vice president, the secretaries of war, military department, Congress, and certain other officials, according to an Air Force memo last year. In other words, all you ask for is, boys, you can't be doing this. You can't be speaking against the Don. The fucking Don father. Don Trump Leone. Don Jamal Trump Leone is the presidente, baby. You can't be protesting him and all the goodness and greatness he does. Who do you think you are as the average fucking overweight, multicolored hair, non-job having, liberal, glassy-eyed little fuckwad that's debating this? They say that you're an Air Force man, but what I hear is a liberal. They say you're in the Air Force, but what I heard was liberal. In the great words of Donnie, liberal, Democrat. All I'm hearing is a traitor, a contemptuous traitor who speaks against his own goddamn benevolent Uncle Sam. Fire him. Send him to another country. Revoke his citizenship. Bring out the firing squad. Kamikaze him. Put him in a fucking jet that we know is never gonna land. Put him in one of fucking Elon's rockets and send him up to the moon so we can test out the fucking atmosphere one more time. Fucking Air Force bastard. Let's see how much air you can force up there. Little bitch. All service members, not just members of the Air Force, are prohibited from participating in political activities in uniform. Yeah, because, well, you're supposed to serve the Don, he is commander-in-chief. Donnie is commander-in-chief, and all you are is a fucking queef. You are a queef, and your mother's a fucking puss-gina that fucking pushed your queef ass out. You dumb fucking queef. Watson's criticism of Trump and Vance focused on the administration's actions in Venezuela, nothing, and Iran, nothing, calling them an unconstitutional usurpation of Congress, authority and violation of War Powers Clause. What it sounds like is you a yakety-yak-ass little bitch. You a yakety-yak-ass, whack-ass little bitch, and who can't handle a little push come to shove like the good Don can. These violations resulted in the death of 13 service members and injuries of 100 more. These violations resulted in the deaths of 13 service members and injuries of hundreds more. Yeah, you gotta crack a fucking few eggs to make an omelet, and 13 sounds like a baker's dozen. Fuck yeah, who's writing this? Some mooly fuck, some fazul? Some pull stick up the ass fazul person? For this, the president and vice president must be impeached, convicted, and removed. No. Watson also called the administration immigration policies and tactics unconstitutional. Again, I say, no. Denson said it is ironic that Watson was arrested in the days leading up to the 4th of July. You know why? Because it's ironic because the Air Force is supposed to report to the Big Don himself. And right before the 4th of July, he becomes an unpatriotic fuck. Just like all of these citizens accusing these 3 poor fucking officers of misusing license plate readers. Are you kidding me? I don't think anyone would ever misuse the power of a flock camera. Absolutely abhorrent. 3 more local deputies arrested, fired over misusing license plate readers. Absolutely disgusting. The fucking libel. The libel of this. Augusta, Georgia, 3 more Richmond County Sheriff's Office employees have been arrested and fired after they allegedly misused license plate readers. You're lying. I know you're lying through your teeth. No good man of Georgia would do this. No good officer of Georgia would ever misuse their power.
According to the sheriff's office, Lieutenant John McKenzie, investigator Curtis Hoskins, and Deputy Joshua Johnson knowingly accessed flock camera system to search license plate numbers for reasons unrelated to any official law enforcement purposes. You know what? They must have been doing it because they felt there was something going on behind the community's back, and they wanted to be like Batman. They wanted to be like one of those fucking juvenile delinquents that helps fight with the law officers and stuff. But let me tell you what. You know why it doesn't work? Because there are snitch-ass people out there who want to take good cops down. These are good cops who are going out of their way to fight bad stuff in the community, and we're pinning them with this bullshit? No, give Flock more access, I say. Dare I say put Flock cameras on the schools, put Flock cameras on the fucking, on the city halls, put Flock cameras on your coffee shops, put Flock cameras on your mom's hair salon. Put Flock cameras everywhere you need a Flock camera. And you need a Flock camera in your mom's hair salon. You do. You just do. That bitch could be talking shit about you. She could be orchestrating games with a Jew. You never know. Gotta take them hoes down. You never know. Your mother could be a whore. Investigators determined the searches were conducted for personal reasons and were not connected to any criminal investigation, call for service, intelligence gathering, or other legitimate law enforcement activities, according to officials. As a result, McKenzie, Hoskins, and Johnson were arrested and charged with misuse of license plate readers, violation of oath of office. All three turned themselves into the Charles B. Webster Detention Center, according to the sheriff's office. Yeah, because they were just sitting there jerking off to each other's fucking exes one at a time. They sat there and traded it like Pokemon cards. And then they went and they were just like, oh my God, that fucking post-nut clarity. You don't understand. Post-nut clarity. Sometimes a man does crazy things. I don't think these guys did anything that's too crazy, but sometimes a man does crazy things, and sometimes you just gotta let him bust a nut in order to become himself again. You gotta let a man forgive himself after forgiving himself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give a little of the old stroke azul to the old salam. You gotta get out that mozzarella milk, if you know what I mean. You gotta just and then you understand you gotta turn yourself in. The investigators determined that all three deputies' actions violated multiple Richmond County Sheriff's Office policies, including the unauthorized access and misuse of law enforcement databases and information systems, conduct unbecoming a member of Sheriff's Office and ethical obligations associated with the oath of an office. You know what? You're lying. I don't think these men would do that. They look like normal, good, healthy men. You got two bald men and two men with a beard. And what's funny is there's one bald man with no beard. You got a bald man with a beard, and you got a man with a head of hair and a beard. It's like mixing and matching shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those Roblox, but for cops, cop blocks. This was not to be miscommunicated with a cock block, which is what that little fucking kid was being in that last article. That's the problem. That's why the little kid got choke slammed, because of the fact that he was being a cock block. This is a cop block. All three deputies have been terminated from the Richmond County Sheriff's Office unduly. Their arrests come less than a month after Richmond County Sheriff's Deputy Jaquarius Yarbo. I swear to God that is the name. I swear on everything. I'm not making this up. This is Jaquarius Yarbrough. Jaquarius Yarbrough was arrested and fired after he is accused of misusing license plate readers. He's just teaching the fucking other cops how to do it. God damn. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office isn't the only law enforcement agency to recently arrest and fire deputies over the misuse of license plate readers. Well, it's because flock cameras, I hate saying it, I know I'm a cop and I'm for everything that Donnie does, but flock cameras are a little unconstitutional, if you ask me. They violate some civil rights and stuff, but what do I know? I'm not going to go and question the good Don father. I fucking love him. Are you kidding me? I would rather fucking stroke the Don's snake than fucking go out of my way to question him. You got me fucked up. I'd rather see the mozzarella milk come straight out of him than ever question the Don. An investigation previously found that flock cameras were being used for more than just investigating crimes. Information about when a car was seen at a specific location remains in the database for 30 days and is shared with hundreds of external agencies. Some cameras are also designed to follow people as they walk. The system has prompted nationwide protests with activists concerned about possible invasion of privacy. Earlier this month in Barrow County, the sheriff's office said it would look into vandals who damaged several flock cameras, cutting down camera poles and severing solar power equipment. Well, what I'm gathering from this is fuck flock cameras and stop abusing cops. Stop abusing them. This is a misuse of power. You arresting 3 good men for just doing normal guy things. This is locker room stuff. In the locker room, you use AI database flock cameras to stalk your exes. That's what you do in the locker room. That's what you did in the 90s. It was always about, yes, what we need to do is figure out a way to get everyone under a singular database so we can monitor them 24/7. That's locker room talk. It was never about grabbing bitches by the pussies. It was never about that. He deflected you on that fucking comment because the Don is smart. It was always about using AI flock cameras to monitor your every fucking move. That's locker room talk. That's locker room talk. You know why? Because if you had flock cameras, you wouldn't have nearly 30 animals seized from Madison County home during cruelty investigation. What I'm saying is stop pinning blames on these good cops. These are good men. These are good fucking men who have done nothing but go out of their way to protect you.
Woman! Beer! Bitch! I said beer! Fucking question me. What are you looking at me for? What are you looking at me for? What? You think that just because I'm a cop and I've had a few drinks that I'm abusive towards my woman? Hey, babe! Bitch, give me the beer!
Thank you.
See? I can be nice!
You see what I'm saying? They just assume that because you're a cop, you're just gonna beat your woman. They just assume that she's just gonna come over here and catch the backhand. As a matter of fact, babe, come over here real quick. Just come over here. Just come here. No, what are you shaking for? What are you shaking for? Bitch, hey, stop behaving like that. In front of my friends. What is wrong with... I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to straighten my woman out after this. She's good at... No, you're not talking your way out of this one. Matter of fact, you go get my belt real quick. Go get my belt. Go get the belt. Get me my belt. I swear on everything. Here, walk it around here and just hand it over to me. I gotta get myself fucking ready. Thank you. Goddamn, takes a man to fucking... Woman, you better fucking be ready. I'm telling you right now. I have never, not even a black man has received a whooping from me the way I'm about to treat you. No Spanish man who I've placed a pound of coke on has ever received a whooping from ICE the way I'm about to place a whooping on you. Excuse me. My point is, if there were flock cameras, women would not be behaving like this and these animals would not be harmed. A bitch is a bitch and a bitch would be behaving better if the cameras were around. Deputies, nearly 30 animals seized from Madison County home during cruelty investigation. Madison County, North Carolina. Madison County Sheriff's Office asking... Excuse me. Sorry, all that fucking frustration comes right back up. The Madison County Sheriff's Office is asking for pet supplies after nearly 30 animals were seized from a home. An investigation by Madison County Animal Service resulted in seizure of 15 dogs and 13 cats and kittens from a home. Christ in heaven.
That Pabst is fighting back. Oh, it's fighting.
There we go. That's much better. Excuse me. A home on Northwest US 2570 highway, according to deputies. Deputies said Animal Services has worked with residents at this location for the past 2 years, providing education, resources, veterinary care, and other assistance to improve welfare of the animals. Over the past 7 months, deputies said communication declined and offers of assistance and services of the animals were repeatedly refused. According to the deputies, additional citizen complaints prompted Animal Services to conduct another welfare check and discover conditions, including insufficient shelter, inadequate food and water, and poor sanitation, and multiple animals in poor physical condition. Deputies said that several of the animals require veterinary treatment. James Ensley, Pamela Cutshaw, and William Tapp were each charged with 19 counts of animal cruelty to animals, according to deputies. Give them 39. Give them 38 fucking charges. Fuck these fucks. We don't do animal abuse in this bitch. Yeah, I may have beat my hog in front of you guys, but that does not mean that we condone animal abuse. Beating your hog in front of people is just the same as breathing. Do you know what I mean? It's like eating salam. It's like eating some gabagool. It's like getting some fresh prosciutto. It's like having that fucking mozzarella milk on your fucking, on your goddamn focaccia. Do you know what I'm saying? The beautiful things. Deputies said the seized animals are not available for adoption at this time due to the ongoing investigation and the medical care many of the animals require. While the recently seized animals cannot be adopted, the shelter has several healthier... You know what? That's good. That's good. They're about to put these animals up for adoption because these other fucking animals could not take care of the fucking kids. And you know what? 3 animals to 30 dogs and cats. That's fucking 10 per. That's 10 per. That's 10 per. Y'all motherfuckers that... Give them the fucking book. Throw them under the jail. Have a dog rape them. Let a dog have sex with them until the dog cannot have sex anymore. Let the dog impregnate them. Do it. Don't let them fight back. Tranquilize them. Tranquilize them and let the dog and pig have sex with their bodies. Have you guys never watched The Englishman? They drugged that man and made him have sex with a pig. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Yeah, go check on him. He's probably just causing a scene. You know, some animals, they don't know how to behave themselves in civil society. You know what I mean? Some fucking animals, and I'm not even talking about the dogs. I'm not even talking about the fucking cats. I'm not talking about the pigs or the fucking rabbits. I'm talking about the fucking people. Florida man accused of starving puppy to death after hiding her in locked garage, sheriff said. The animals. Do you know what I'm saying? You see how healthy and fat my animals were earlier? They are not like this animal that was starved to death. The poor thing. A Florida man has been arrested after authorities say he left a severely malnourished puppy locked inside a garage without food, water, or light, leading to the animal's death days later. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office said Tuesday that the deputies responded July 1st to an apartment in Palm Coast, a city located just south of St. Augustine, after residents discovered a severely malnourished puppy locked inside a garage. Animal Control then removed the 10-week-old puppy for emergency fucking treatment. You know why? Because this fucking baby pup was starved to fucking the bone. It was starved to the bone. Just like this Ethiopian looking fuck who starved the dog looked, he looked like that. And you know what? It's like that cop who broke the kid's arm earlier in the episode. I don't normally say stuff like this, but you are somebody I would allow a dog to rape just as like payback, because you starved a newborn puppy to death. I need this to be very clear for all of you at home. There's a reason I saved this topic for last, because this is absolutely horrible. A puppy was locked in a garage with no light, no food, and no water, and died due to malnourishment, no food, mistreatment, neglect. Absolute unadulterated neglect. Don't take in a life if you're not ready to take care of it. You have no need to. I promise you, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of something like this. Just as simple as that. Just as simple as that. According to the sheriff's office, a veterinarian determined the blue tick coonhound Australian Shepherd mix had no pre-existing medical condition that would explain her malnourishment. The puppy died on 4th of July, with the veterinarian attributing the cause of death to organ failure caused by starvation. Well, sometimes you can't afford a dog. And rather than eat the dog like the Haitians do, you starve it to death. I think we should starve this boy to death. Through their investigation, deputies identified the dog's owner as 18-year-old Chance Jones. Chance Jones. We're going to go over and repeat some of those names here in a minute because there are two names I want y'all to... Actually, you know what? Not even in a minute. Right now. We're going to go over this right now. Chance Jones, the dog starver. 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 Officer William Markle. That's the other one. That's the other guy. I want you to remember these names. William Markle. William Markle. William Markle and Chance Jones. Go on about your day, tag them, and remind them that they're awful people. You don't actually have to do this. No, please don't do it. Don't go... I've made a lot of jokes and comments, but don't go, like, harassing people and stuff like that. I don't condone you just using social media to turn into a violent social media arena coliseum where everyone can just attack each other. Satire? Don't go attacking these people unless you have some legitimate say in the matter or are protesting or have a platform you want to speak on, whatever. Don't just go out of your way to attack these people. I feel like I need to make that clear nowadays because some of you just don't understand what satire is. You understand like rizzing and gooning and maxing and weird things. You don't understand sarcasm. Where was I at? According to the sheriff's office, Jones told deputies he had taken the puppy in April, but was frequently away from home for extended periods, leaving the dog behind and feeding her only when he returned every few weeks. He starved the dog, and rather than asking somebody to watch it, he starved the dog. Investigators said Jones brought the puppy to the apartment on June 30th and hid her inside the detached garage because he did not want anyone to see her condition, because he starved the dog. He also told deputies he never sought veterinary care for the animal. This is one of the most heartless things I've ever seen in my career, Sheriff Rick Staley said. The puppy couldn't tell anyone she needed help, and Chance Jones chose to hide her instead of giving a chance to basic care. You know what? I agree with my fellow officer. We should never allow animals to see this kind of abuse. Because you know why? They're going to run away and hide in the sewer and create this anti-human coalition where they're going to try and take you down one fucking vehicle at a time. Did you guys ever watch the movie The Secret Life of Pets? Did you watch the movie The Secret Life of Pets? It's basically this movie about C.S. Lewis, the comedian. He's a dog in New York, and he escapes for the day with a big furry bear dog, a big faggot dog, and they run through the city, and these cats try to gang rape them, and then they escape. And Kevin Hart, who's a furry white rabbit, he literally just did whiteface as a furry, and they take them into their cult, and that's what this is for. We brought out Jessica Rabbit to represent Kevin Hart's bunny. And then this is the snake they had in the fucking movie, because you have to get one prick from the viper, and then they'd prick them with the fucking viper, and then they'd go on about their business. They also had a tatted pig because there was a tattoo shop that used the animal like a fucking tattoo fucking skin so they could just test out their drawings. Excuse me. And these animals, absolutely horrible creatures. Not only are they speaking against humans. They're speaking against the good authority that we represent. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you right now? They represent the antithesis of what I represent. I represent law and order and consistency and purity and everything a good American citizen wants to represent. Excuse me. And what these animals in this movie represent is horrible, rebellious people who want to do nothing but scrutinize authority and go out of their way to make people who are trying to help the world feel like they are less than what they are. They have gone out of their way to make these deadbeat citizens have gone out of their way to make good cops feel like trash. Well, you know what? The secret life. You know what I say to the secret life of pets and your stand against authority? I say you just never received love, and I say you never will receive love. And you know what? Until the day you receive love, you'll never respect my authority. So you know what? In honor of my fellow officers, brothers and sisters and all, this is for... Oh, fuck. I gotta put it up. Oh, no. Hold on. In honor of my fellow officers, brothers and sisters, and... officers, brothers and sisters and all, I say... keep fighting back against these fucking horrid humans who accuse you of heinous acts like misbeating children and raping and hurting wives and misarresting black people and misdiagnosing Spanish people with anti-immigration. You diagnose them as not a U.S. citizen sometimes, and sometimes that's wrong, but that's okay because let's be 100% honest. They all look like they shouldn't be citizens. They all look like they should not be citizens. I'm just being 100% honest. They're brown. We don't like that here. We barely like it in Africa. But you know what? In honor of all the police officers who are receiving false accusations and blame they do not deserve, in honor of all the officers who are receiving their unjust dues at this moment, I send a salute to yous. That's what I do's. Goddamn right. And you know what? I support Israel. You know why? Because the Don supports Israel. I support those who support the thin blue line that separates us from those monkeys that want to destroy society. Monkeys that want to destroy society. Stand with the pigs. Stand with the hogs. Stand with everything from man to God. Just know, you don't work for the border and what's on the other side. You stand for order and all American pride. So you know what? Screw all of you ungrateful citizens. Respect my authority. Y'all have a beautiful day and I'll see you next week. No, don't stop. I want people to see this. I want people to hear this. I want them to know what is happening to you right now. You think I want them to not hear this? You brought this on yourself. Goddamn right. Fucking ungrateful.